Hello, and welcome back to Tea Time, the show where I interview Emily's different parts of the brain to hear the latest tea on what's all happening up in there. Today, I'm joined with Emily's academic brain, who recently just completed a press conference with the public. Emily's academic brain, thank you for joining me today on Zoom.
Oh no, the pleasure's all mine. Thank you for having me.
Alright, let's get to the very first question. What difference, if any, has your learning had on you as a student, future teacher, person, or citizen?
The differences in the way I formulate my opinions and think about content have impacted me as a student. Before this class, I was under the impression that everything in society was, peachy keen jelly bean, meaning that everything was good and built for the right reasons. Brainwash perspective I had caused me to be surprised when I heard about negative information that opposed my ideas. By the end of this class, I now view information in a non-naive manner and have a more open mind towards content.
How has your learning been applicable to you?
My learning has been applicable to me because I never realized how much my perseverance in this class mattered. As I look back at this class, I realized that my constant perseverance shows. Although I wasn't always the most informed, I kept trying despite my challenges. Also, I never realized how much I lacked actual confidence in my own beliefs. Sometimes I found myself backing out of thoughts or statements because I thought it was the incorrect answer or that no one else felt the same way.
When, how, and why has your own learning surprised you?
My learning surprised me when I was able to use previous information discussed in class to formulate ideas discussed later. An example of this is when I was talking about the achievement gap in terms of providing sex education to all students. This learning surprised me because I was surprised that I had the ability to use the content previously learned and apply it to different situations. How my learning surprised me is interesting, as my learning surprised me by the way I formulated ideas and opinions. As the class progressed, I was able to back up my own ideas with significant reasoning and evidence. And more than just saying, I don't know, or maybe I'm wrong, my confidence grew significantly and it allowed me to have a little bit more faith in my beliefs.
What have been the proudest highlights of your learning? What have been some of the disappointments?
The proudest highlight of my learning this semester was when I came up with the non-traditional school design and when I successfully understood the content of the articles. Throughout the duration of the class, the hardest thing for me was understanding the articles. I would sit for hours at a time trying to read these articles, and I'd still come into class and I'd be incredibly frustrated because I was nowhere closer. I still didn't get it. And any day or time that I walked out of class knowing that I knew the content, it was a really, really good day, and I was really proud of that. Also, I had to come up with the idea of having a school that ran similar to a miniature town. More students gained first-hand experience. I got to trial and error with the different opportunities. This was definitely the proudest moment of my learning because up until this point, I kind of felt that my viewpoints were not as strong or good as my classmates, as I often believed that they were not valuable. The biggest disappointments I guess I faced was not receiving as high grades as I would have liked to receive and not feeling as if my viewpoints were sturdy. This semester I quickly realized that formulating my own ideas was incredibly difficult for me. I'm not sure why. However, I could never seem to pick a side, and this often delayed my understanding and essay writing. Also, I was a little bit disappointed in myself in the grades I received. I definitely am a perfectionist, and it took me a lot to see my grades come back, and honestly, it was really good for me because it gave me motivation to keep trying, keep improving, formulating ideas. And I definitely think that because of that, I improved significantly in the way I formulate my own ideas, and that will definitely benefit me in future classes, even though at times it was difficult to accept my learning process and just the class overall learning process.
Well, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you, Emily's academic brain, and thank you, viewers, for viewing this lovely episode of Tea Time. This has been Emily's dramatic brain signing off. Toodaloo!